Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma, and in this video I want to talk about the 5 best purchases that I have had in my whole life. A lot of people talk about investing your money and making money, while what is not talked about on YouTube is what are the best ways for you to invest your money, for you to buy things that will help you in your life. And that is why I thought of sharing with you some of the purchases that I have made in the past 3 years that have helped me out a lot. I love spending money on these 4 to 5 things. If you watch this video till the very end, I'll talk about some other things as well that I spent my money on and I do not regret a single bit. Alright, starting out with the first one, this has to be a great laptop. When I first got into college, my first purchase was to get a great laptop with which I can learn as many things as possible and which will not be a barrier to my potential, to what I could achieve. And so I deliberately requested my parents to get me a laptop through which I could do everything that I wanted. Everything from game development to machine learning to web development to Android to video editing and audio editing as well as picture editing, right? Anything that I wanted, I should be able to do it with the help of my laptop. And it is so essential to have a great device through which you can interact and you can build things without any limitations. So I got myself this laptop called as the Acer Nitro 5 when I first started. Then I switched to this current laptop that I have called as the MacBook Air M1, and oh my god, this was the best purchase that I have ever made in my whole experience so far. Putting in 1 lakh into this device gave me 100x return or even more than that. This was the single device that I used for editing all of my videos, for doing meetings with all of my clients, with creating those contracts, with doing everything that was important for growing my business as well as my YouTube channel. And so make sure that you try your best to get the best laptop possible for the budget that you have, because believe me, in this day and age of online business, there are a ton of opportunities available to you if you have a great device through which you could do pretty much anything that you want. That is what I would recommend to you. Moving on, the next best purchase that I made was to get myself Netflix and Amazon Prime, right? Why do I say this? Well, because I am a huge fan of cinema. I just love watching great cinema. Like, there are these certain movies with excellent videography, with excellent dialogues, with great storylines, to be honest. Also, I love watching documentaries, right? It just fuels me up with more creativity. It shows me different things that I can do in my own work, right? So I think it is a great way for me to replenish myself whenever I'm doing a lot of work. I take a seat back and I look at some documentary and I feel rejuvenated and I can come back stronger with more perspective and ideas for how to build my business, or just in general be more inspired, to be honest, right? It's just like going to the museum looking at the art. So I think for anyone, if you can afford, you should invest in Netflix or Amazon Prime, not for binging for those series. You can do that if you want to, but to learn and observe from the videography, from the storytelling, from the dialogues. All of that is so important. If you are in a creative business, it will help you, create new ideas for the work that you are doing right now. Talking about the third best purchase that I had, and this one has to be Canva. Now, I recently also made a video about Canva. It was like a proper tutorial on how you can start using Canva to, work as a freelancer. I started using Canva back in 2019, and by far it has been the single best software that I have been using to work as a freelancer, to work as an agency owner. So to all of you people who are curious about how can they buy just one software that will help them with making money online, it has to be Canva. I have shared multiple videos on my channel about how can you make money from it. I will link it in the description. Make sure that you watch it below the like button. Now, all of you might know that there's something called as GitHub Student Pack. If you have a college email ID, then you can get access to the student pack on GitHub, through which you can get Canva Pro for 1 complete year. So I got that and I had the best experience, right? I got so many different options on Canva to build my own designs, to edit my own videos, and that is a game changer. I also then purchased the Canva Pro annual subscription last year, which just ended recently, and I've just had no complaints for the software, right? We at MarketUp have been heavily using Canva for all of the designs that we make for our clients, and it is absolutely bang for the buck. The fourth purchase, before that, if you are liking this video and want to see more of these, make sure that you subscribe and hit the like button. Let's talk about the fourth purchase, right? So this one has to be Audible and Storytel. I have been a huge fan of reading and learning from as many books as possible. I think that it's a great resource if someone has had their life experiences and they have spent a couple of years writing this book, and you can just read in 1 week and you can absorb all of their ideologies, all of their lessons through this book, then it is an absolutely great purchase. As you can see, मेरे पीछे बहुत सारी किताबें रखी हुई हैं. Now I realized one thing, that buying books is great, but I often felt that when I buy a book and I don't like it, it just lies around, right? मतलब कुछ कर नहीं पाता मैं उसका, it's just lying around. Versus if I could use tools like maybe Kindle, I can use Audible or Storytel, through which I can get an audio book of this book. I could listen to it, and if I actually enjoy the first few chapters, then I could go and order it and get a paperback version of that. So this has been a great purchase for me. I have been using audiobooks for the past year and a half, I think 2 years now, and I have listened to a ton of audiobooks. It's great. I can just be traveling in a plane, on a taxi. I could be, just maybe in a line waiting for my next subway, and I could be listening to a great audiobook, right? I could be taking notes as well while I'm listening. So this is a great habit that I think everyone can get into, and they can get some great ideas. If you're confused about which one to go with, I think Storytel is just about 300 rupees per month, which is the cost of one book. And through that, you can get unlimited audiobooks, and you don't need to pick one particularly. तो आप कोई भी audiobook को सुन सकते हो on Storytel. This video is not sponsored, by the way. बस मुझे अच्छा लगा तो I'm sharing it with you. Audible में the thing is that you can get one book per month, and that is I think about 200 rupees if I'm not wrong per month, but great investment. I would never want to stop getting more audiobooks. It's a great way for me to learn and just have different perspectives about how the world really operates. By the way, what book are you reading right now? Let me know about that in the comment section as well. Also, have you used Audible and Storytel before? If yes, share your experience below. Do you like it? Do you hate audiobooks? What is your thought process? And lastly, the best purchase that I've made is my gym membership. Now, this should come with no surprise. If you have been following me on Instagram, you see that I put those stories of me working out every single day. I started working out back in June end, July starting of 2022, and it has been a great experience so far. And I wish I'd started sooner, right? I wish I started when I was 18. I think the biggest benefit of working out is how I feel after the workout, right? And how confident I feel when I look at myself in the mirror naked, right? I think that is one of the best feelings ever. I've always been that fat kid, and now that I'm able to finally see the gains and reduce my fat and look better in front of the mirror, it just adds a different level of confidence to my own self, and so I think everyone should get a gym membership. If you just got into college, you should definitely use that. But that were my 5 best purchases of my life so far. I hope you like this video. Here are some bonus ones as well that I have been writing over here. First of all is a personal diary. So I have been using a diary like this. Let me just show this to you, in which I just write down about my experiences, whatever it is that I'm learning, whatever it is that I'm going through every single day of my life. It enables me to appreciate the small things, those small moments that you might not remember later on, right? It's a wonderful purchase. How journaling has changed my life. So you should watch out for that video. But, I would definitely recommend everyone to get a personal diary and just journal what's happening throughout the day. You can also use MS-Doc or any other software to also document. But I feel that, having that paper feeling just adds a different element to it. So I think everyone should do that. Next is Spotify and YouTube Premium. I think that if you are listening to podcasts, if you are watching videos, there should be absolutely no reason for there to be an ad in between to disrupt your experience. And that's why I make sure that I get a subscription so that I do not see those ads, and it just helps me to focus better. If I am looking at a video where they're talking about some very deep concept and बीच में ऐसे ही कोई random brand का ad आ गया, तो I just feel pissed, right? I just be like ये क्या हो गया, right? So I think because of that I got this purchase, and it is helping me out a lot. Also, shout out to Spotify for irritating me every single time there's an ad. हमेशा ना Spotify का खुद का ही ऐड होता है. If you notice this thing, they're like कि I was preparing for a date night, फिर बीच में ad आ गया, right? Something silly like that. But anyways, guys, the next best purchase that I had was an iPad. Now, whenever I'm traveling, right, iPad is a great tool for me to read ebooks, right, and taking notes. So these two things is what I majorly use my iPad for. I have a ton of ebooks on my Apple Books, and I just love reading whenever I get the time to do so. So iPad is a great purchase, but it definitely doesn't count in the top 5. So I have this in the miscellaneous part. But again, if you have to choose between a MacBook or an iPad, go for a MacBook first of all. After that, we have Final Cut Pro. Now, I have been working as a video editor and a content creator for the past 2-3 years. And so having this tool that I just have to pay one time and I can use it for multiple times throughout my journey of a content creator, that is powerful. I paid like 17,000 rupees to get Final Cut Pro. Some great features of FCP, as all of you know if you have been editing on that software, is fast render times. I just love how quickly it just exports my video. Number 2, it's a very easy to use software and I've just been loving it so far. The last great purchase is going to be the Google Suite. So, you know, in the starting of this year, I bought the Google Suite subscription, which is 6,000 rupees for 2 terabyte of Google Drive storage, and it has been a huge help for me whenever I edit videos, whenever I export videos, I record videos and share it with the video editor. I can just upload this footage to Google Drive and I can share that with my editor. It makes things very easy and simple for me. That is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still watching, write in the comment section I was till the very end. Thank you so much. You can follow me on Instagram at Ishan Sharma 7390. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.